Hey Garnold, let me ask you a question. What do you think about our pal Buster over there, huh? Just between you and me, what do you think of that guy? Aha, I see. You know what? I would have to agree. He should go in the pooper. Goodbye. So long. Enjoy your swim. It'll be nice. It was nice knowing you, that's for sure. I hope you don't drown, okay? Welcome back, guys. Cakecore SMP. That was a mean way to start. Don't worry, fret not. He can swim, and I have water, so he can get out just as easily. I was just thinking, like, yo, what would be a cool way to start this episode, right? Because, like, every time I'm like, welcome back, guys, or like, hello over this pet or whatever, and I was like, you know what? Let's just try something new, right? Let's just start with some good old villager gossip. The reason I've got villagers right here is because last episode, if you guys didn't see, I brought over a few villagers from the nearest village. I guess somehow that adds up. And I brought them on a rail track inside of this iceberg, which is now much more hollowed out. Look at all the space. There's space in here. I was about to say like spatial presence, and I was like, I could just say space. But look at all the space, right? There's a lot of space. Also, there's like doors and stuff like that, and like wood. What? Pat, what's going on? Are you dressing up an iceberg? Could it actually be? Yes, it is be. Over here, I have been growing a whole bunch of acacia trees on this ice platform because I've been working on this all week. Gasp in its glory. It's not extremely glorious. In fact, it is just a bunch of pixels that are rendered in the form of video that your eyes can see. But granted, inside this Minecraft world is something to be seen, which is this house. I don't know what kind of description this is. Check this place out, right? As I said, I wanted to make like stacks and stacks of houses to act as a village, and now that we've got villagers roaming around here with farms and stuff like that, this place is starting to become a lot more lively. So let me back up and kind of take you guys from the beginning, right? For starters, I wanted to leave as much blue ice. Well, that's not blue ice, that's packed ice. As much packed ice in the background as I possibly can to fully indicate that it is an iceberg, because this is once an iceberg that was carved into this form of house. The methods of carving, you know, you don't add to it, you just carve it out, right? So the shape of like the cubes and stuff like that's just me carving out a bunch of stuff, making it more steep and into cube forms, and then I just place blocks around it for decorative design and structural design. And the reason I kind of went for acacia wood and andesite and like cobblestone walls and whatnot is because I wanted these houses to look sturdy but not fancy, right? I wanted them to feel strong, like they could withstand the blistering blizzards. And I think stone and wood and like iron doors, I feel like that really gives that vibe. But it's also not like being lavish with money. These are all multiple houses that are connected into one thing. Like when I see this, I think of like village survival, which is really cool. So yeah, this is just kind of a house of people just trying to make it in the world, right? Now, this play on people like living in poverty is pretty funny because it's happening all right next to this like very rich castle, right? So I thought a bit of roleplay is that I'm the king that asks way too much of its peasant villagers, and I save all the riches for myself and nothing good for them, right? That's kind of the build I'm going for, to have a little bit of a rubbish-looking build over here. Not to say that this necessarily looks rubbish, but in comparison to like the quartz and the beautiful white stained glass and whatnot, it certainly looks a little bit more bleak. But yeah, I was trying out this nice pathway design of having smooth stone. I forget what is this called. Do I have some in my inventory? Stone slab, I don't have it in my inventory. But yeah, like smooth stone slabs lying around. They're actually full blocks using the Hermitcraft data pack, just because those are a little bit easier to build with. Also, otherwise you like see a bunch of holes in the ceiling, right? I don't know if this ceiling is going to change at all. I know it's kind of strange seeing the pathways in the house below. I think it might add to the aesthetic, though, of like we're really dealing with what we got here, because that's what these villagers are doing. Hello, villager. Oh, that's pretty sad. It's snowing on the crops. Yeah, I built like a little farm here and have a nice trim of smooth stone slabs around it. And there's also another farm up these narrow stairs, which I'm quite fond of. The whole kind of feel here is like a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit claustrophobic. Like you just want a little bit more arm room to like move around and stuff like that. And I think when we have more villagers walking around, you'll especially get a feeling of that. So I did things like smaller staircase, which is just 2 stairs, but one of them's even tilted to the side like that. And then if you get up to the top here, there's like a roof garden and stuff. This place really is shaping up, though. I quite enjoy all the different pathways that go around like this. And then you have a nice little courtyard over here. I've got like a bunch of benches around that keep getting snow on. I thought it would be nice. I don't know why, but I just pictured like if there was like a basketball court here, that'd be kind of cool. Just something like a commutative basketball court that looks really like, you know, shabby and stuff that the little kids play with. But yeah, that's just kind of thinking out loud. I'm going to extend the pathway over here this way. Yeah, the inside of these places are really spacious, but I'm going to be placing down walls as separations, like this, possibly even in andesite, I don't know, to separate like the different houses. So it really is going to be different houses despite it having so much room. And that's just going to come later. So yeah, decorating the inside of these places, that's for another time, right? I'm going to focus on the outside first, and then I do plan on decorating the inside a little bit. I don't know. They might just be at least partitioning the rooms. I feel will be necessary. But yeah, this place is turning out very nice. There's another little small courtyard right here, which looks really cool from over there. Like if you're over at the castle and you look by this way, you're like, oh dang, it's a nice little nook and cranny, right? But yeah, these right now all this lead to one big house, and they'll be separated. Some houses will probably be too tall, like this. Houses with farms above them, especially. So just to make it feel again a little bit more claustrophobic, a little bit more crowded. And yeah, I think that's about everything. I like the andesite trim on the side, but then also it's like giant blocks, right, stacked up on top of each other, and the andesite on the tops like really indicate like this house formation as opposed to just an ice peak mountain and stuff. But yeah, it's turning out great. I could try a couple different styles for different icebergs. Maybe some icebergs are less exclusive than this one. Like maybe there's some that's going to be even more crowded. Like I don't mind the idea of possibly turning something like this. That might be a little bit too smaller, but something like that into like an apartment complex with just really small rooms but littered all over it, right? So yeah, I got a lot of leeway there. I'm getting excited though. The pathway is looking nice. I plan on connecting the pathway over here. These trees are all temporary. I just made them so I could easily farm wood. But yeah, I want the pathway to come out here kind of to the center place, and then the pathway will span out to the other other icebergs where more houses will take place, all in a similar style, maybe some slightly things different here and there. And then possibly having the ice pathway continue all the way down here. I'm not sure though. This might be good enough. We'll see. Also, I made a conduit down there, which is kind of new. So yeah, this place is just turning out very nice. It's one of those things where you just like, you picture it like, oh, this would probably look really cool, and then you just start placing, you're like, oh, look at that, it looks great. I'm quite a big fan of just the color scheme, and then having so many doors, like so many doors. In fact, there'll probably be like another one right here, and like this door that just enters like this stairway and stuff. Like this is probably gonna be a really small house once I partition it off. So basically, all I really need to do is continue to do what I've been doing, expanding pathways, and then also adding more trims and shaping out the icebergs and stuff like that. There might be a couple icebergs that I want to leave a little bit rigged to make it clear it's an iceberg. This wall in particular, I was thinking maybe I could just leave it as it is. Just to make it clear, like this is still an iceberg, not exactly ice houses, right? I know, like within the context of other icebergs, you can already tell. But I think having certain edges, maybe right here, maybe over here, like some just untouched areas, might come off well. So that's what I think. So I think that's what I'll do, basically. Anyway, I think that's about it for this area. What I'm going to do now is cut over to something Spotters and I did earlier in the end. So enjoy that bit of footage. Alright, I'm going to do freaking bars, man.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I'm going to start recording.
Okay, welcome back, guys, to Floating Bars Season 2. We're about to make the one and only Enderman farm until someone makes a better one, as seen in Season 1. Why? Don't. No. Every project I do with this guy, nothing changes. Nothing changes. We've known each other for probably, I don't know, maybe a year or 2 years. I couldn't remember, and I don't think this guy's matured a smidgen.
Yeah, we're a strictly business relationship.
Strictly business relationship. What's the business we're doing today, Spotters?
We're building a farm that farms these things.
Ender pearls, right? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, living ender pearls. Oh no! I'm like.
I hit you. That was bad.
All right. Okay? Well, we're farming living ender pearls.
Okay, let's farm some living ender pearls. I found this new design by what's his butt?
Ethos Lab.
No, Janembomb. He's on the Sidecraft server. Spots. Freaking bars and obsidian are now my least favorite blocks. But we found this cool design. It's very simple to make, much simpler than before, and you get a lot more Enderman from it. So we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna be showing the finished product in a second. 1 second later. So after many
I'm not
ado,
recording.
excuse me. You still have like bags under your eyes.
Yeah, because it's 3:12 in the morning.
Is that why your name is 3D Spotters? Hashtag
Yeah.
conspiracy confirmed. 3D Spotters at 3 a.m.
So if you were deaf or something and you missed us,
we're starting. Well, you didn't tell me we're starting. Okay,
yeah.
fine. We made an Ender farm. Look, wow. Let's get rid of all the suspense and just drop down this ladder, this safe ladder. Okay. If anyone dies on this,
do you want to? Yeah.
It's their problem, not ours. This is OSHA approved.
So I just taught what OSHA approved meant. Oh no!
You better fly right, Spotters. Jeez.
Let's go through the troubles that we've encountered when building this thing.
It was smooth sailing.
Oh yes.
Yeah, very smooth. Why don't you go over it, Spotters?
So the troubles really never started until we tried to spawn an Endermite.
Yeah, and then they never really stopped either.
Yeah. That's where these magma blocks come from, and let me tell you, it is so awesome having an actual use for magma blocks, because it stops the Enderman from teleporting onto the roof, because it just get damaged and teleport back.
Righto. And that was totally purposeful thinking, not to just happen to have magma blocks.
Because before today, like, magma blocks were just cool, and now they're cool and useful.
Thank you, magma blocks. Very cool. I'm so sorry. You're screwed.
Abandoned ship.
Abandoned ship. That's another one that needs to be worked into more videos. Yeah, so the Enderman farm, the way it works is, we should fly around, I guess, to show? Question mark?
Oh yeah, let's fly around.
Okay, let's just go down this really long... Oh! If only there was ice here. Missed opportunity. I have ice. I own an ice shop, which you guys can check out by going to...
entire thing with leaves, which doesn't matter because we're going to cover it with carpets anyway.
That's the thing. If we used regular ice, it would have been transparent, and Enderman would have been...
So here's what the farm looks like from up above. If you look to the left now, you can see the Enderman walking.
Why is there XP back there? I guess they teleported back?
Yeah, maybe because they teleported after dying.
It's tough to get a good look without crashing into the landing pad.
Before dying.
But yeah, look how efficient this thing is. It's pretty crazy. It's
so they spawn on here, and then they walk there.
Right. It's really efficient. It has to do with the new 1.13 spawning mechanics. If you'd like a full explanation on it, you can check out... Just search Enderman 1.13 farm.
No, Pat made it. He's smart.
I'm smart. My concept.
Yeah, there was a recent change in 1.13 mob spawning where it scans bottom to top. So if you have an open space at the bottom, you get a whole lot of mobs, and that's what this farm utilizes. Which
is why it's worth mentioning we're at Y0. The blocks are placed at Y0. We're technically at Y1. So Endermen spawn like crazy, and because it's 150 blocks away from the main island, it's not loaded, which means Endermen can't spawn there, so the spawn caps are through the roof over here. And look at all these Endermen that can be killed. I was at like 9 levels when we first started this thing, and I was boosted up to 30 like instantly. Of course, the higher you get, the longer it takes to level up, which is why I haven't been leveling up as much so far. But yeah, that is how it works.
Minecrafters hate him. Learn how to get 50 levels in 1 hour.
Yeah. Here's the deal. There's no drop with this one, right? A lot of Enderman farms have a drop to where they drop down and take a lot of damage, so that's just one hit. Really, once you get in the groove of things, though, the sweeping edge already takes care of all that anyway. So it all evens out eventually. This is just a very simple design. It's a lot easier to do than the other one, and it's crazy more efficient. And we're getting ender pearls. They've already obviously all backed up into that chest. And who knows, we might do something with those ender pearls. But for now, I think that's going to do it from my perspective, unless there's anything else you would like to add, Spotters, to that.
No.
Okay. Well, then, GG, guys. I hope you enjoy whatever else is in this video, okay? Okay. And also enjoy Spotters' video. You might be like, Spotters in video? I thought that was an oxymoron. But no, it's not. It's an actual thing. Sometimes Spotters makes videos. You're gonna kill yourself. I'm legitimately frightened for your life.
No, I would never.
Sorry, Spots. I have to ban you. It's for your safety. There we go. So, how was that Ender, huh? That was pretty cool, huh? Yeah? Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm out here in the Nether. That's the 0-0 portal. This tunnel goes up to James's place. However, we got some more tunnel action going around. Well, not exactly tunnel, but pathway. I assume this was spotters, but we now have a nice little stone brick pathway that leads over to the 0-0 portal where we made the Ender, right? Not the 0-0 portal, the end portal. Duh, you dummy. This actually might have been James. It kind of reminds me of the work of James, but Spotters and James have both been on relatively, a good amount relatively recently. But yeah, it's kind of like this cool little half slab pathway that you just approach this giant bridge over like boiling hot lava. I was thinking, how cool would it be to like pimp this place up by adding like lava falls to the left and right, just to make it like feel dreadful almost. Like, this is this is really cool. I think adding some like lava and stuff like that to make this look like a very desperate place would be pretty cool, right? But yeah, and it makes sense because it's taking you to the end, right? So I just wanted to kind of show that and share my idea about possibly having lava streams and maybe like totems that have like fire on top of them and stuff like that. How cool would it be if like everything is safe except for this one area where it's just absolutely dreadful? Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, that's actually going to do it for this episode. I know it's a relatively short one. I spent so much of my time this week working on that on that village, so I didn't have much else planned for this episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed the segment with Spotters, and I hope you guys enjoyed, of course, the new village. I think it's turning out great. And make sure you guys tune in next episode. That episode's actually already been recorded. I couldn't put it in this one because it's a collaboration and it relies on a lot of other people. So make sure you tune in next week because it's going to be a banger of an episode, dare I say. I know, don't often use language that much, but pardon my French, it is a banger for sure. So yeah, that's good to do for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the playlist with everybody's videos in it, okay? Alright, thank you for watching. See you next time. So long. Goodbye. Goodbye.